Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is the Ripper Danny B, and welcome to the very first episode of the third season of CWR Asylum, baby. And what a show we have for you tonight. And we're going to kick this thing off straight away. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first in the ring, Kurt Hawkins, and his opponent this evening making his way down the aisle from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 235 pounds. He is the CWR Patriot Champion, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. And I rushed that introduction a bit there because you could see Kurt Hawkins actually made his way out of the ring and up the ramp to meet the King of Strong Style, but that wasn't necessarily the smartest move. The Patriot Champion was there waiting for him and just delivered a knee, but Kurt Hawkins gets in a quick right there. And this could be huge for Hawkins. I mean, this is his debut match here in the CWR. And a suplex drives Nakamura down onto that board, onto that ramp. There may be a layer of LED lights under there, but under that it's just steel, so that still hurts, man. And that board is pretty solid, you know. Nakamura going to retaliate there, though, with a couple of strikes. The Patriot Champion brings it into the ring. Hawkins goes for the hook, doesn't quite get it. The referee officially rings the bell. This match is now underway. Kurt Hawkins versus Shinsuke Nakamura, one fall to a finish. Look at that. From Hawkins, actually picks the leg of the King of Strong Style. And like I said, this would be absolutely massive for Hawkins tonight if he can pull off the upset. Shinsuke Nakamura is not only the Patriot Champion, he's not only a massive name, but look at what he's come off of. That match at Immortality, he managed to go over three of the greatest Japanese legends of all time in Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. He came out of that still intact, and let's not forget, Shinsuke Nakamura has not been pinned in a match since February, and he has not been pinned in a singles competition for well over a year, not since Immortality 1 all the way back in August 2016. So Nakamura really is the cream of the crop right now, and Kurt Hawkins is in there trying to do his best to get one over the King of Strong Style. And look at that elbow strike. That is the move that put away Hiroshi Tanahashi at Immortality. And that facebuster suplex from Shinsuke Nakamura. I run through the accolades, of course, just in case any of you are new to the revolution. This is the beginning of the third season. We realize that at the very beginning, some of you may just poke your heads around the corner to see what we're all about, and what we're all about is hard-hitting action. Action that is now entering, as I say, the third season. And you saw that from Hawkins there. Nakamura got hung up on that top rope with that alley-oop. So decided to roll out, catch a breath, and look at this now. Nakamura taking advantage of Hawkins' cockiness. Out goes Hawkins all the way down on the floor. Of course, Nakamura hurting himself in the process there just to get the job done. And of course, if you are new here, we are just coming off of an absolutely incredible Immortality show. Production-wise, it didn't come off quite the way we wanted it to, but it was still an incredible show nonetheless. We saw some matches that I don't think will ever be replicated in the wrestling world. And of course, we got all of our champions are here this evening. All of our male champions, at least, will be here this evening, and it should be an incredible contest all the same. Our main event, that's what I'm talking about, sorry, I got a little ahead of myself there. Our main event, as announced on Twitter a few days ago, Rob Van Dam is coming to the Revolution to face the brand new CWR World Champion, Finn Balor. That is our main event this evening, but back to this match at hand, and Shinsuke Nakamura looks to end it. I couldn't even get excited before it hit. Kinshasa! There you go. Look at that there. That came out of absolutely nowhere. Kinshasa! But no, he's not going for the cover. I thought that would have been enough, and now look at Hawkins. Instinct alone, I think. Just Nakamura should have gone for the cover there. I don't know why he didn't. Takes Hawkins back down to the man. Out goes Kurt Hawkins. And I think Shinsuke Nakamura is starting to show a little bit of frustration now, and so he should. Big clothesline. Out goes Hawkins. Nakamura pretty much there. What are you going to do? Now Hawkins is down. Nakamura is in control, but he should have had this match won. And here comes Hawkins every time trying to fight back. Suplex, snap suplex there. The King of Strong Style is now on the defensive despite hitting the biggest move in his arsenal. He should have had this match won, but he didn't go for the cover. It was an odd move, and it looks like he's going to come back to bite him. Nope, goes for that running knee. Hawkins sidesteps it. Been caught by it once too many already. I don't even know what to call that, but it looked painful. And now it looks like Hawkins is going to go for the big finish here. Doesn't quite get it. There's Shinsuke Nakamura with that big clothesline. Nakamura sets him up one more time. Kinshasa! Shinsuke Bomaye. Shinsuke Bomaye. Absolutely flush. Now, nope, once again, Kurt Hawkins trying to crawl away from the cover. Nakamura now on him though, gets him right back down to the ground. And here we go with the cover. There's 1, 2, 3. Say what you will, there was absolutely no way Nakamura was losing that matchup. He had Hawkins where he wanted him, but Hawkins gave a lot of credit, and what was important was when the Kinshasa strikes hit, he went to get out of the way, he went to get out of dodge. He had enough wherewithal left within him to realise that Nakamura couldn't pin him if he was trying to get to his feet, despite the fact he was all over the place, couldn't quite find his feet, couldn't quite find his balance. Admittedly, incredible strategy, but in the end of the day, look at that. Olympic style suplex there, stacked him up on the back of the neck, and I think that, combined with this 2 Kinshasa strikes we'd already seen, was just a little bit too much for Kurt Hawkins this evening. But a valiant effort all the same. But ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the King of Strong Style, this CWR Patriot Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. What a win. What a way to start off this incredible 3rd season of CWR, and the crowd are absolutely lapping it up. Shinsuke, microphone in hand. I don't know what quite happened with the sound there. Sorry about that, we had a bit of a glitch. Shinsuke Nakamura, microphone in hand. What has he got to say? Well, Nakamura laying it out on the line there, and you can't blame the guy. Everybody who steps up falls. It's quite a bold thing to say. Surely there's someone. Oh, Nelly. Oh, maybe there is someone. The man who defeated Kenny Omega in the middle of the ring at Immortality now stands before Shinsuke Nakamura. John Cena is here, ladies and gentlemen, and if he's out here, he's got to be responding to the challenge just laid out by Nakamura. The crowd, look at that crowd, look at this image right now, that crowd. That I believe. That did not take long at all, did it? Reminding everybody of what he accomplished at Immortality, and it was a feat to behold, certainly. Nakamura laying it out, there it is. No fear in either man's eyes, but the match is on. Nakamura asking for a challenge. John Cena accepted that offer. The match is on. CWR Apocalypse. Shinsuke Nakamura goes one-on-one with John Cena. The match made official already. I guess when the champion accepts the challenge, it's there. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Kevin Owens. From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, he is one half of the CWR Tag Team Champions, the glorious Bobby Roode. You are the new CWR Tag Team Champions, Kevin Owens, Bobby Roode, the glorious prize fighters, the two men that came out on top of the Tag Team Gauntlet match at Immortality. And that's the revival. That's the revival. What are they doing here? Bobby Roode is making his way down to the ring. Roode has seen them. And here comes Dash Wilder. That is Bobby Roode's scheduled opponent this evening, is Dash Wilder. Dawson and Owens kind of just watching on right now. Staring each other down. Roode and Wilder, look at that. Bobby Roode is not backing down from this challenge whatsoever, is he? Look at, there's Scott Dawson trying to deal with Kevin Owens. Bobby Roode gives him a drop kick for his troubles. Roode now making his way down to the ring. Here comes Wilder. This is supposed to be one-on-one competition, and it looks like the Revival wanted to get the jump on the glorious prize fighters. And I guess with the tag team division in the state that it's in, you know, there's no real number one contenders. Everybody trying to make a big impact, and well, what bigger impact would there be right now than pinning one of the champions in the middle of that ring? But Bobby Roode, obviously not worried, cocky as ever, one half of the tag team champions. Some would say that they kind of had it the easiest. They came in last. The Glorious Prize Fighters entered last, taking out the rookie team, as it were. It's odd to call them that because they are two veterans. But Strike First, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, teaming for the first time ever. They did rack up 2 eliminations, mind you, but Glorious Prize Fighters ended up putting them down and taking the belts. The Revival had a half-decent night as well, absolutely obliterating the Young Bucks before they were taken out, I believe, by Strike First. Blockbuster there by Bobby Roode. You can see some of the action going on outside. Kevin Owens was just thrown into the steel steps by Scott Dawson. You don't want to attract too much attention out there from the referee, otherwise he will just ban both those guys. You see Owens and Dawson in a stare down. Bobby Roode on the outside now. I think a few words in the ear of Scott Dawson, but there's still a stare down going on out there. Roode now going to take this back into the ring, and look at this. Manages to grab Dash Wilder. We're back inside the ring now. These two men going at it. Bobby Roode has had the majority of control in this match so far. The Glorious One has had this pretty much exactly where he wants this. Bobby Roode, of course, picking up his first CWR Championship at Immortality as he wins the Tag Team Championships for Kevin Owens. It's the second title, of course, a former World Heavyweight Champion in his own right. The Revival, of course, former Tag Team Champions too. They won. Well, in fact, the first episode of a season is special to the Revival because this time last year, the first episode, they won the newly minted World Tag Team Championships. Here's a cover. There's one hoping to do something similar tonight by pinning a Tag Team Champion and becoming a #1 contender, I imagine. Big clothesline there from the Glorious One, and Bobby Roode, look at him now setting up. Bobby feeling a little bit confident here tonight. Fisherman's Exploder there from Dash Wilder. Turns this thing around, and for the first time since attacking at the beginning, and to be honest with you, I don't even think he really had it there. Dash Wilder, I don't think he's all there right now because he just had Bobby Roode in a prime position. He allowed Bobby to escape, and now Bobby has got him up. Fisherman's Buster by Roode. Oftentimes he follows that with a pin, but when he doesn't, you know it's big news, and I think this is exactly why. Bobby has him, locks him in, and the glorious DDT. One, 2, 3. The Revival tried something, and the Revival did not get their way today. The glorious Bobby Roode picks up a big win. You can just see the glorious DDT there doing all the damage it needed to do. Rolls him into the cover. Referee in perfect position. I don't know what happened to Dash Wilder in that one, but he just couldn't get anything going. He had that one moment for that exploder suplex where it looked like he was going to turn it around, but it just didn't happen. And so here is your winner, the glorious Bobby Roode. What a night for the new Tag Team Champions. And now look at that, the war still going on between Scott Dawson and Kevin Owens on the outside. They're still, actually, I know you can't see it right now, but they're still going at it out there. In fact, they've spilled into the crowd. They've disappeared. Dawson and Owens have gone through the crowd. Got a microphone here from Bobby. Yeah, you did, but where have they gone? We've lost track of them already. They just disappeared through the crowd, beating the hell out of one another. have just gone. Oh, that's interesting. Rude continues to speak, of course. Really, is that what you're doing? Is it, Rude? You're stepping back. Is that a courtesy, is it? Endearing as always is the glorious one. Oh, hello. Somebody didn't like the sound of that. Ladies and gentlemen, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Somebody obviously not taking too kindly to that statement. I mentioned it during the match that it was strike first. AJ Styles and Randy Orton, who went down last, who were the runners-up in that tag team gauntlet. I'm guessing AJ doesn't like the fact that he came up just short, and I don't blame him. That is true, in numbers alone, Strike First had the better night. Even if Glorious Prize Fighters did come out on top. Rude, not receptive to this at all. AJ goading him in there. Rude not fazed by it though. Rude keeping his distance, standing his ground on this matter. Different tactic there from AJ, admittedly. Well, slightly underhanded, but maybe he does have a point. Harsh words there from the phenomenal one. Bobby Roode not letting AJ get under his skin though, but there seems to be a few cracks in the armour, as it were. Rude laying down the challenge, and I imagine that AJ and Randy will take up that challenge. And not exactly men known from showing away for a fight. Bobby Roode held his ground there. I am impressed, to be honest with you, because AJ was really stinging in those barbs, but Bobby wasn't having any of it. Bobby Roode managed to come out of that unscathed a little bit, but regardless, that's next week. We're going to move on to this week. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, representing the Empire, Roman Reigns. What a night it was for Empire at Immortality. First of all, Samoa Joe, Baron Corbin, the Machines. They were eliminated early on in the tag team gauntlet. In fact, they were eliminated first, but they made their presence known later on in the night when they returned, costing the Shield their opportunity. And then Roman Reigns would go on to face CM Punk in a street fight with the stipulation that if Punk was to lose, Punk would be gone from CWR, and Roman Reigns, with one of the most devastating spears I think I've ever seen in my life, put away the Second City Savior. Roman Reigns out here tonight to continue that path of destruction. You have to know, every time Reigns shows up, there is an ulterior motive. There is an ulterior motive for every move the Empire makes. They don't do anything for the sake of it. Competition tonight for Roman Reigns. Well, this should be interesting. His opponent this evening weighing in at 245 pounds. The Inspiration, Bo Dallas. And Bo's someone that's been around for a while. He's been here since the beginning of CWR, but he's only ever racked up a few inconsequential wins. But a win over Roman Reigns would be something to behold. Roman, of course, a former tag team champion as well. He is a big name here in the Revolution, always has been. Took a lot of last year out to be due to injury, and ended up becoming the general manager of the now defunct Revolt brand for a long time. He was due to return to in-ring action as CWR went away on a hiatus, and when he did come back, well, he made an impact. And look at this now, Roman Reigns darts across that ring, belly to belly, overhead suplex, just throws Bo all the way back across the ring. That's a 20-foot ring, ladies and gentlemen, and Bo Dallas just cleared most of it. And look, there's another one. So far, Dallas is down and Dallas is hurt, and Roman Reigns is right back in, and there's a third belly-to-belly overhead suplex there by the Emperor. Roman continuing the assault now, and if Bo wants to get anything going now, he's going to have to put a stop to this pretty soon. Roman Reigns has him in the corner now. Backs up, does the Emperor. Massive clothesline out the corner. You saw Bo Dallas's head whip back onto the turnbuckle there. Luckily it was the pad. Dallas goes for the fireman's carry takeover. It's about the only thing he could have pulled out there, and it's about the only thing he could do to get back in this thing. And now Dallas is going to try and keep up the pressure, and this is exactly what he needs to do. Look at this surfboard style maneuver, but Roman Reigns has the power advantage certainly, and manages to get to his feet without too much trouble. Goes for a big clothesline and actually misjudges it. Bo tries to take advantage, but Roman has it scouted. Again, clothesline miss, and now Bo, look at that, a stroke style move there, possibly adopted from working with the Miz. And the jawbreaker from the Bo-leavable one. The unbelievable one. Roman with a big knee there, gets right back into the competition. Wow. Could Roman be looking to end this thing already? Could Roman be looking to put the big stamp? Well, that's not a stamp, but it certainly will leave a mark. Now look at this from Roman Reigns. Deadlift, gut wrench into a powerbomb, sits it out. Absolute show of dominating power there from the Emperor. One of the absolute top all-round athletes that CWR has. Roman Reigns is damn near unstoppable when he gets on a roll, and he's proving that tonight. Into the corner goes Roman. Taking a moment, no, I thought he was catching his breath, but it looks like he's setting up. Superman punch connects right on the jaw, and Roman Reigns. Look at this, the crowd, the momentum, everything on the side of the Emperor this evening. Despite the fact you might not like him, you have to respect him. Bo Dallas gets out of the ring, rolls out of the ring for a bit of reprieve, tries to get back in, but look at Roman Reigns, goes low with that elbow. Dallas trying to fight back, pulling out all the stops now, goes for that boot, and Roman makes him pay. Facebuster. Up, Michinoku driver. Roman Reigns has this thing exactly where he wants it. Bo Dallas has managed to get a few moments like this of offense in, where he's looked like he's going to take control of the match for a period of time, but then Roman just right back on him, and look at that there. That didn't go to plan, but it did the job. Roman setting up once again. Could he be looking for another Superman punch? Connects. And now the Emperor backs into the corner. I think it might be time for Bo Dallas to say his prayers, because it's coming. Here comes the spear. Bada boom. Out of the corner, through Bo Dallas. Roman, he's not going for the pin. I think I know what he's going to do here. He's going to set him up onto the shoulders. Yes, he is. Roman Reigns. He calls this the Regicide. And look at the devastation of that move. Bo Dallas driven through the mat with the Regicide. Game over for the Bo Lever. 1, 2, 3. It really was academic by that point. Roman Reigns puts Bo Dallas away with the Regicide, and I gotta say, there's Superman punch number 1, Superman punch number 2. There's the spear, and the Regicide is the exclamation point for Bo Dallas. Look at that, the force that Dallas's head is driven into that canvas by Roman. The Emperor with a massive win here this evening. What an incredible night for Roman Reigns. He absolutely took it to Bo Dallas. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the Emperor, Roman Reigns. Destruction was the name of the game tonight. Bo Dallas, I don't think he's going to be the same for a while. And now look, the Emperor, well, I don't think he'd keep his mouth shut long. Some would say you're laying a claim to it, certainly. Well, that is something. Not many men could turn around and say that they deserve a shot. Is it really their call to make? Typical Roman Reigns, that is. Well, I certainly didn't expect this. And you can hear this crowd. They've blown the roof off of this place. The second city savior is here, and Roman does not look happy. Roman is not happy about this whatsoever, and so he shouldn't be, really. I mean, CM Punk was banished. His career was over when Roman Reigns put him out. You know, there's no denying that. The match at Immortality had the stipulation that if Punk lost, Punk was gone, and Punk lost. So what is he doing here? The crowd doesn't seem to care, mind you. Roman Reigns not playing around, and I can't blame him. Oh my god. That is Punk flipping the script like he does. Wow. Hang on. Wait. I just noticed that myself. Without Punk, Punk can't compete. He just stated that himself. Well, you know, when CM Punk speaks, there's likely to be a barb somewhere. But what the hell is he on about? Well, he certainly caught Roman Reigns' attention. Well, even I'm curious now. Oh my god! Well, I guess that was always the rumour, wasn't it? That Cassius Ohno was... It's Baron Corbin. Of course it's Baron Corbin. Of course it's bloody Baron Corbin. Cassius Ohno has just been revealed as the third man in the Shield. Technically the fourth, I guess, but all the same, the third active competitor, and Baron Corbin from the Empire. Ah, typical Corbin. And Cassius fighting back. This was supposed to be Cassius's big moment. And ladies and gentlemen, you can't see it down there, but Roman Reigns has just disappeared. He's just vanished out of the ring. He's allowing Baron Corbin to handle this. CM Punk is watching on, but there's nothing he can do if he gets involved. He's not allowed to get involved. He's not a competitor anymore. In fact, Punk, as Baron Corbin delivered that DDT, Punk did actually just try and make a break for it, but security nabbed him on the way out. They're dragging him out the arena as we speak. Punk stopped caring about his claws there, but Baron Corbin, Cassius Ohno right now just brawling on that stage. Look at Corbin, he's got him up. Suplex onto the bar, onto the board, and that's got to hurt. Ohno is down. This was not how CM Punk and Cassius Ohno expected their night to go. This has been an interesting night, certainly. But I guess we've got to try and collect ourselves. Everything going on with the Shield, Nakamura, John Cena, all that other nonsense. We've got to try and collect ourselves. Because we've got tag team competition coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it on. Ladies and gentlemen, the following competition is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at a combined weight of 500 pounds, Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar. This will be the first time we've seen these two men actually team up here in the Revolution. Sheamus is a former World Heavyweight and Patriot Champion, two-time World Heavyweight Champion. Cesaro, a former Patriot Champion in his own right, and the only man, I mentioned this earlier, Nakamura received a one pinfall in this past year. Cesaro is the man to have handed him that pinfall in tag team competition. Sheamus and Cesaro tonight, ready to fight. In fact, I believe on that night, Sheamus and Cesaro were teaming up against the team of Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke Nakamura. So that's a testament and a credit to this team here tonight. Team opponents. Their opponents, whatever. You know what I mean. Their opponents this evening. First from Ayrshire, Scotland, weighing in at 160 pounds. The Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar. For the first time ever, it's Dar Wars. Here in the Revolution, the Scottish Supernova certainly quite over with this crowd. Noam Dar going to look to make a hell of an impression in its first outing here with CWR against, you know, another set of Europeans in Sheamus and Cesaro. This match certainly has some international flair, to say that least. All four men in this matchup are from Europe. You know, gotta say, Europe probably the best continent. I don't know if you've heard that before, but his tag team partner, should I say, this evening, from Cambridge, England, weighing in at 244 pounds, representing the Bullet Club, the Villain, Marty Scurll. Talk about making a first impression. The Villain is out here to do that tonight, teaming with Noam Dar. The Villain, Marty Scurll, is here in CWR. Of course, not the first member of the Bullet Club to make his presence known. Cody Rhodes and the Elite have all come before him. But Marty Scurll is here tonight, and we've got this tag team match underway. Like I say, very European flair here this evening. Scurll, of course, from my home nation. In fact, very close to my hometown. Well, I say my hometown, where I live now. From England, we've got Sheamus from Ireland, Cesaro from Switzerland, Noam Dar, as I said, from Scotland. International flair all over this building tonight. CWR, Wrestling Without Borders, that's what we should have called it. Wrestling Sans Frontières. But Skrull tagging into this matchup. Sheamus obviously the largest man in this matchup at about 260. Skrull and Cesaro roughly the same size possibly. Noam Dar definitely the smallest, but the Scottish Supernova certainly has a few tricks up his sleeve. And now Cesaro, as we saw in the crowd, some call him the peak of technique. Can Cesaro take out the villain this evening? This should be interesting. The crossface chicken wing of Marty Scurll versus the sharpshooter of Cesaro. And look at that from Cesaro. Goes for the big clothesline that dumps Scurll over the top. The villain able to dump Cesaro up and over. You see the smarts of Skrull here, of the villain. He is not chasing Cesaro. He has allowed Cesaro to come back to him. And this is big for these men, you know. This could put them in contention for tag team championship opportunities. Sheamus and Cesaro, definitely there's a friendship there, a real kind of tag team. Skrull and Dar, not really known for that. Feels like they've almost just been kind of thrown together tonight, but you know, these two men are two men that will definitely make the best of the situation if it is presented to them. You know that much, and we all know Marty Scurll knows how to work in a team, being a member of the very, very high profile Bullet Club. Must be odd for him to team with somebody outside of the club, to be honest with you. Look at that from Noam Dar, while the referee was distracted with what Skrull was doing with Sheamus over there, trying to knock Sheamus off the apron. Dar, should I say, got a big strike on the back of Cesaro's head, but it hasn't seemed to have mattered. Cesaro has got right back into this thing and has taken Marty Scurll down. Neckbreaker there from the Swiss Superman. Skrull looks like he could really benefit from getting out of this ring right now, but Cesaro definitely keeping the pressure on. Although this, I would say, is a mistake from the Swiss Superman. He has allowed a gap between himself and Skrull. And look at that, yeah, Marty Scurll going to take advantage of it. Swinging around, kicking him in the jaw. Now Noam Dar makes his way back into the ring. Dar up, Dar down. And there, German suplex from Noam Dar. Now you see Dar positioning himself between Cesaro and Sheamus there. That's fairly clever, not allowing Cesaro the chance to escape. He's now moved off to the side. But there we go again. He sees that Dar is now in the way, and Cesaro sees that cravat suplex. Really, William Regal would be proud of that one. And now Cesaro keeps up the pressure on Noam Dar. I wouldn't even know what to call that, but it hurts. Cesaro, of course, pound for pound, one of the strongest men in professional wrestling today. If not the strongest, a lot of people would say. You don't really want to be caught by one of his moves. Sheamus, of course, is just a big brute. 260 pounds of Irish meat and muscle that just wants to batter you sideways because he loves to do that. Noam Dar, however, is a Scotsman, and they do not go down easy. He saw Dar there go low. He took out the leg of Sheamus. It was enough to drop him down as Dar takes the advantage, gets to Skrull. Skrull is now in the ring and is taking it to Sheamus. The villain, running bulldog. Up goes Sheamus, but Sheamus, using his size to his advantage there, takes down Marty Scurll. Sheamus, choke slam coming. Wow, choke bomb. It works. Scurll is down. And the Celtic Warrior keeps on the pressure. Now dragging Marty Scurll to the ropes there. Noam Dar going to look to get involved. Manages to get a strike in on Sheamus. There's another one right to the face that time. Hangs him up. It's illegal, but it counts. Sheamus now finds himself face first in the canvas after being blindsided there by Noam Dar. And they always say it's the ones you don't see coming that are the biggest trouble. can see Dar there just kind of playing, keeping to himself, just staying on the ropes, staying there, trying to help out Skull. Moves back into the corner. Cesaro looks to run interference on Marty Skull, but isn't quite quick enough to get there. The villain now in control of this matchup completely. And just punches Cesaro in the face, knocks him all the way to the ground. For what reason? I don't really know. I don't think it matters. Big European uppercut there by Marty Skull. Now Skull, butterfly, down he goes. Now you know he's going to look to finish this with the Northern Lights driver. There it is, drives him down on top of his head. Marty Skull has just knocked Sheamus clean out. Cesaro back on the ropes. Doesn't make a difference. Cesaro knocked all the way down, and now the villain drops into the cover. We've got 1, we've got 2, 3. The villain picks up a huge win. Look at that, but perfect butterfly suplex there. Sheamus hung up, and after delivering the Northern Lights driver, knocks Cesaro off the apron, and that's what makes the difference. Sheamus had nothing left to give at that point. The referee just off screen there, counting away. Marty Skull picks up a big win. Noam Dar and Skull in their debut match both pick up their first win here in the CWR, but let's not forget it was Skull who made the pinfall. What a hell of a tag team contest. Impressive outing for these two men tonight. Marty Skull, I've just realised, Marty Skull has just pinned a 2-time world champion in the middle of that ring. That's got to count for something as far as the rankings are concerned in singles competition, but in tag team, great match all the same. We move on now though to our main event of the evening, and this promises to be a doozy. Ladies and gentlemen, the following main event competition is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, the one, the only, Rob Van Dam. RVD here for a special attraction, one night only. RVD here tonight. This is where the talent come to fight. Yes, we have our own system, we have our own little internal system of people, but we have an open door policy. If a talent wants to come in and work a match, we'll give them the opportunity, and that is what RVD is here to do tonight. And the crowd are happy about it. They are very happy about it. Sort of a dream match here tonight, to be honest with you. Opponent this evening from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds. He is the CWR World Heavyweights Champion, Finn Balor. The Demon King, as he's sometimes known, the leader of the Balor Club, here tonight for competition. Ago, Finn Balor, you see the CWR, the brand newly designed CWR World Championship. Of course, all the titles have gotten a reboot, a facelift this year. You already saw it with the Patriot and Tag Team Championships as well. The same thing has happened in the women's division. There has been obviously no women's matches here this evening. The women's division will return in full force next week. Finn Balor, the World Heavyweight Champion, and Immortality, the Demon, took on Bray Wyatt in the main event and finally completed the long-term goal, the 2-year goal for Finn Balor. He finally became champion. It's something Finn Balor has been working towards ever since his first appearance here in the Revolution 2 years ago. Former Patriot champion as well, and a former tag team champion, Finn Balor has done near enough everything. Runner-up in the Royal Rumble 2016. He's a man that faced the game at Immortality 1. He's a man that faced Bray Wyatt at Immortality 2. And finally stands atop the mountain. But what a challenge he has ahead of him tonight in the legendary Rob Van Dam. There's the bell. A lock up in the middle of the ring now. This should be interesting because these two men, I would say, a similar style. They are both men that can do the groundwork, and they are both men that can fly when need be. Both smaller guys. Nobody would really call either of these two men heavyweights, but Rob Van Dam is certainly known for his more unique and innovative, that's the word I'm looking for, innovative offense. You know, you see moves out of RVD, you just don't see any out of anyone else, and those legs of Van Dam can be incredibly dangerous. Finn Balor is a smart man's wrestler. He has managed to utilize the fact that he is smaller than most other guys out there. You know, he clocks in at under 200. And he is used to being a small man in a big man's game. And he has always managed to use that to his advantage. You see that running single leg dropkick there, took RVD off of his feet. Balor is in control of this thing early on. But you never, ever count out Rob Van Dam, the veteran. And there's no other way to put it, a legend in the ring. 20 plus years of in-ring experience as Rob Van Dam, but right now Finn Balor is taking it right to the Van Terminator. The ECW original extremist, former ECW champion, of course, is Rob Van Dam. And look at that there, RVD went for the drop kick. Balor was able to swat it away, comes in with a double leg drop kick of his own. Goes for a driver of some form, whatever it was. RVD was able to counter it there, turns it around into a neck breaker, and now RVD has control of this matchup. You see, you never know what RVD is going to pull there. Implant buster there from RVD. Interesting, unique offense. You just can't prepare for RVD. That's the thing. When Rob Van Dam came to us and said, I want to have a match with Balor, I want to compete with Balor, we could not say no because we knew the clash of styles here would be an absolutely amazing match to watch up. This is pay-per-view level main event anywhere in the world. RVD there, I think he was going to go for something big. And look at Balor! Over the top with that corkscrew body splash. Doesn't get all of it, but all the same, you don't need to get all of it when you're coming down that far, that fast. Now Balor has control of RVD. Going to put him back in the ring? No, RVD going to fight back. You see those elbows there, driven poignantly into the chest, the solar plexus area of Balor. Running single leg drop kick there from RVD, who's now back in control of this thing. Now RVD slams Finn Balor up against the post. It'd be a shame for this one to end on count out. I've got to say, RVD tries to follow up. Balor gets out of harm's way. We're at a 7. RVD gonna... Nope, now RVD goes behind, gets out of harm's way. Shin breaker there by Van Dam, and you see the referee has actually slowed his count somewhat there. We've got an 8 count there, and Van Dam breaks the count. Thank God for that. I would not want this thing to end on a count out. I know it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but all the same, this is such a good match so far that I really just wouldn't want to see it cut short. And I don't think either of these two men want to see it end that way either. They want to go to the finish. They want to see who truly is the better man inside that ring. RVD now back inside of the confine of the squared circle. The crowd behind Finn Balor this evening, but realistically it's split 50-50. Balor Tope con Hero takes down, well I say takes down, squishes RVD, was already down, and now Balor runs the ropes again. There's the drop kick to the side of the temple. He utilises that to perfection, and now Finn Balor, look at him. Confidence starting to flow through the cold veins of the leader of the Balor Club. You can feel the temperature rising on Finn Balor. But look at RVD, he's going to roll for it. Rolling Thunder. One of those unique and innovative moves from RVD. You don't see anybody else do that move. Van Dam is a different animal inside that ring. Spinning forearm there, blocked. RVD saw it coming. Look at those educated feet of RVD. Manages to stumble Balor, and now RVD, you never know what he's going to do next. Drops the knee right across the chest, using the ropes for a little bit of extra leverage there. Balor tries to get the knee up, manages to successfully take down Van Dam. Balor straight to the outside. What's he going to do from here? He's begging RVD to get to his feet. He's playing for it off the top rope. There's a drop kick right to the chest. That was picture perfect. Now Pele kick from Finn Balor. Balor, look at that. I mean, just right in the face of Van Dam there. There's definitely a swagger. And look at this, 1916. Ba-da boom. The Bloody Sunday connects in the middle of that ring, and now Finn Balor is all over this thing. Well, Finn Balor now is going to continue to keep on the pressure there. There's a forearm sling blade from Balor, and you know what's going to follow up here. If Balor's got the momentum rising, I said earlier the temperature rising inside the Demon. Well, that's exactly what's happening now, and it is at fever pitch right this moment in time. Finn Balor over to the other side. You know exactly what he's got planned here. There's the drop kick right into the corner. RVD's head bounces right off that middle turnbuckle. This has been one hell of an incredible competition, but ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be over right in this second if Finn Balor can hit this thing. Coup de grace. 1, 2, 3. What a fight that was. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to say, I absolutely adored that fight. That was fantastic work from these two men. Finn Balor is your winner, ladies and gentlemen. What a fight. And RVD to his feet. He's going to stare down Finn Balor. And Balor offers the hand, and look at that. RVD takes it. What a hell of a match. Showmanship there. Fantastic sportsmanship from these. Oh, of course, Bray Wyatt. Amazing how this atmosphere, the feeling in this arena changes. There was a level of warmth, of gratitude for such an incredible competition, and then Bray Wyatt just sucks the life out of this arena as he makes his way to the ring. The former World Heavyweight Champion, microphone in hand. Balor is not pleased about this one right now, I tell you. Balor is not happy. He just had a hell of a fight with RVD. And now Bray Wyatt is sticking his nose in. I kind of honestly expected him to come out here and spout something nobody would understand. Yeah, that much is true. Hang on, is he really saying what I think he's saying? That Finn Balor and the Demon are not the same man. And that's the kind of champion that Finn Balor promises to be. Wow, could it really happen next week? Finn Balor a chance to answer there, but the match is on next week. Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt World Heavyweight Championship match. Don't forget, next week we will also see Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton, and the women's division is back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name has been the Ripper Danny V, and that was CWR S3. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next week for more CWR. Take care. Until then, keep it sweet.